Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Fallout 3 Part 88. And we are continuing our journey through the main plot at the moment, picking up the trail. And we got an unexpected companion in Star Paladin Cross. Apparently the person who helped get Dad to the vaults in the first place. So that's really cool. Paladin Vargas?
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
Okay.
Of course.
Hail.
Hail.
Welcome.
We already talked to
What aid can I
Sentinel
offer you, outsider?
She's pretty cool.
In my father's name, I bid you farewell.
She's cool. Yeah, she's cool. Knight Captain Gallows. Cool, cool.
Yes? I'm glad that we understand one another.
Make no mistake.
There we go.
Your father would be proud of what you've done.
Hail.
Thank you for Star Paladin Cross. Knight Captain
Hail
Dusk.
to you, stranger. I am Knight Captain Dusk, in service of Steel. If you require anything, simply ask.
So what's your story?
My story? I blow the head off anything more than 200 meters downrange. I'm the best shot in the Brotherhood of Steel, bar none. Not even Colvin can match my kill count. That's my story.
You mean when you were the best shot? I'm here now. No, we're not saying we're the best shot. That's impressive. Competition must be stiff around here.
Damn right it is. Last time I checked, it wasn't called the Sisterhood of Steel. Hell, even Sarah has to prove herself to the knuckle draggers. Every once in a while, we have to show them what's what.
What do you think about
I
Gallows?
don't trust him. I know. I should take faith in my brother. But he disappears for days out into the wastes.
That is weird.
He comes back without a word. He only reports to Sentinel Lions, and he doesn't tell the rest of us what he's up to. I can't trust a soldier like that.
That's fair.
The other guys, they think it's a joke. Glade's even got a betting pool going to find out Gallows' real name. A betting pool, honestly.
That's such a real thing, too. That's I would expect that to happen almost. So any thoughts on the Enclave?
Honestly, I can't wait to see if one of those helmets can stop a hollow point round at 100 yards. I'm thinking, not.
Okay, she likes her shot. Anything about the super mutants?
I can tell you that those heavily armored ones, the Masters, they favor heavy weapons. Miniguns and missile launchers.
Okay.
My recommendation? Headshot from a distance. Avoid the meat grinder.
Okay. What can you tell me about the Lion's Pride?
We're the most elite tactical unit ever assembled in the Brotherhood of Steel. Here or anywhere else. Hell, ain't nothing Sarah's Cubs can't handle.
So these are all people in Sentinel Lions group, I see. What do you do here?
I'm a sniper with the Pride. Put any muty bastard within 1 mile of me and my rifle, and, well, pack it up, troops. Fight's over. Colvin thinks he's a better shot. Man's delusional.
Gotta go.
Remember, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Damn, Knight Captain Dusk. Tell it how it is.
About the Enclave? Look, the Enclave has come. They have the resources.
That's hardcore.
They have the heart. I don't think so. We'll hold true.
Okay. So what? She just went here to grab food or something? Oh, hello. Give me the good stuff. Even there was even a quantum in there. The den. This is the chill out area. I see. I guess I shouldn't have taken that. Paladin Kodiak.
Hail.
He's the photographer.
Hail. Name's Greg. Greg Bear. Most of the guys just call me Kodiak. Heard about that mess over at the Purifier. Don't you worry. You're safe here.
What's with that Gallows guy?
Gallows? He's not a bad guy, truth be told. He just doesn't talk much. And if it ain't soldiering, that boy has no time for it. Tell you what, though. He's the meanest son of a bitch around here. All business. The rest of us, we get our R&R in. Not Gallows. There's even a betting pool on who can find out his real name. Talk to Glade about it. He'll tell you.
Okay. How'd you end up in the Brotherhood?
Now that's a story. The only reason I'm here
Grew up
is
in the
because
pit.
of Elder Lions. You see,
Huh.
I grew up in the pit. Don't suppose you ever been there, huh? It's about 500 clicks to the northwest. Place is a nightmare. 3 irradiated rivers coming together. People there were not well. But the Brotherhood of Steel came down on the place with a righteous hammer. They called it the Scourge.
What was the Scourge?
It was a Brotherhood operation. They marched in and swept the place clean. Most of the people there were half-mutated, cancerous, vile things. And these people, rape gangs, torture squads. It was pure chaos there. The Scourge is the best thing that could have happened to it.
Huh.
This was way back, before the Citadel was fortified. Part of the early recon after the Brotherhood first arrived in this area. One night, a squad of brothers led by Paladin Lions swept into the city from over Mount Wash, tearing apart anyone who stood against them. They were completely outnumbered, and still they razed that place to the ground.
How'd you escape?
As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every non-mutie child they could find. Turns out there weren't that many. Me and maybe 20 others. The younger we were, the less of a chance that we were mutated. It was ugly work, no doubt, but it had to be done. I'll never forget the sight of the Brotherhood of Steel breaching the breast of the mountain at dawn.
How'd you end up back here?
Elder Lyons brought us all back to the Citadel. He said it was the safest place he knew of. This place was still being converted. He put us in as initiates and kept a watchful eye over us. He was tough, but he taught us to stay alive. The man's like a father to me.
That was like 20 recruits right there, too. It's pretty amazing, Kodiak.
Nah. The amazing thing is Elder Lyons. He risked everything. Went in outmanned and outgunned. I'll never be able to thank him enough. So I do my best to serve the Brotherhood. I know that's what he really wants. In time, I'm sure you'll understand.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on the Enclave?
There's meat under that armor, and meat can be ground.
Whoa. Super mutants?
Hell, I've killed more of those yellow Frankensteins than any other member of the Pride. Except maybe Gallows, those crazy solo night ops of his.
What can you tell me about the Lion's Pride?
I see the Brotherhood's one thing, but the Pride, best of the best. Every damn one of us. Handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself.
Wait a second. So Gallows never does R&R, but he goes on night ops and doesn't tell people what happened. I bet he gets his R&R in the night ops. Oh, maybe that'll be something down the road. What's your combat spec in Lion's Pride?
Hell, I do it all. Recon, demolition, tactical assault. Guess you could say I'm the Pride's jack of all trades.
Okay. Alright, gotta go.
Strength and steel, friend.
Right. Well, let's get some sleep. We do need some sleep. Seven in the morning. Good time to keep going. Star Paladin Cross. Hello. Hope you slept well too.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Knight Artemis.
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
All these different people. You must see a lot of things. What's been going on?
What's been going on? Well, let's see. For years, we've been draining our resources defending the ungrateful residents of this no-man's land. Most of my best friends have either been ripped apart by super mutants or left to join the outcasts.
That's rough.
And now an enemy we faced more than 30 years ago has resurfaced, and their tech is still better than ours. What's been going on with you?
Outcasts, who are they?
I really don't want to go into it.
That's fair.
Go bug Scribe Bowditch. He could talk a dog off a meat truck.
That's an expression. A few questions about the Citadel?
What do you need to find?
Describe the layout of the Citadel.
You are currently in A Ring. Here you will find the Great Hall, the Lion's Den, and the Archives. Beyond this area is B Ring, quarters for the Knights, Scribes, and Elder Lions. Outside in the Bailey are the training areas and access to the Initiates Barracks. Other than that, down those steps is the lab. Be careful around there. The Scribes are touchy about who goes near their toys.
Okay. You have a medic?
You could say that. We have an old Robo-Doc. He's a bit creepy, but he does the job. You'll find him in B Ring.
Okay. I need some supplies. Who would I see about that?
Well, any one of us would see Knight Captain Durga down in the lab, but since you're an outsider, you'll need permission from Elder Lions.
All right. That's all I needed.
Very well.
I
could...
Yeah, never mind. Any
As if
thoughts
we
on the
didn't have
Enclave?
enough to worry about. Their weapons are better. Their power armor is better. Is their training better? We'll see.
Care to share anything about the super mutants?
You know how many uglies I've killed? More than all of Lion's Pride combined. That's how many. All it takes is a loaded weapon and the will to use it.
Kodiak also
and a good
claims
way
to
to
be in
get ugly
second.
blood out of your armor. Little bit of Abraxo and some water. Works like a charm.
Okay. Knight Artemis,
Of course.
I think he thinks a lot of himself. I'm not sure what to think of that. Paladin Glade?
Glad to see you and that egghead Lee made it here in one piece. I heard what happened to that purifier. Hell of a thing.
Want to talk about Gallows?
You figure out his name yet? Yeah, I thought not.
Any thoughts on the Enclave?
Man, I don't know. Fighting uglies is one thing, but we've never gone up against anyone that well trained or organized. Even their tech is better. Don't get me wrong, the pride's in it to win it. And I'll go down shooting if I have to. I just hope I don't have to.
Right. I mean, to be better equipped, to have better tech than the Brotherhood, that's wild. Care to share anything about the super mutants?
Man, nothing dies like an ugly. I once saw Colvin snipe the leg off one at 200 yards. Thing pirouetted like a figure skater.
What can you tell me about Lion's Pride?
You, my friend, are talking about the most elite fighting force ever assembled within the Brotherhood of Steel.
Wow.
Each of us was handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself. You can't even realize what an honor that is. Sarah defines combat excellence.
Really? So she's a badass too. So what's your job in the Lion's Pride?
Me? Heavy weapons, miniguns, missile launchers. If it's bigger than a human and goes boom, I'm all over it.
I dig that. Me too, Glade.
Of course.
Me too. Let's see if there's anyone we missed.
Fortify the purifier complex.
Star Paladin Cross. I can't believe we just have a random companion like Star Paladin Cross. And maybe she'll actually survive for a little bit, unlike Sharon when we had him with us.
You heard what the others have been saying.
I think she's literally our second companion
The
of this whole
Brotherhood
thing.
is at your service.
You know what?
Hail.
We need to.
Like,
Need something, friend?
for real. We've had 2 companions all game now,
Need something, friend?
not counting Dogmeat. Is this the archives? This is the archives,
Make
isn't
no
it?
mistake.
The
Your
Brotherhood
father will
is
be
at your
proud of what
service.
you've done.
Thank you, Star Paladin Cross. Pentagon Library Terminal. Report on UFO codename Paladine. Further investigations into the UFO codename Paladine have confirmed our suspicions. On the evening of May 3rd, 2062, an alien craft of unknown make and origin did indeed breach the airspace just north of Hagerstown, Maryland, and crash into a heavily wooded non-residential area. Unfortunately, attempts to retrieve the craft proved unsuccessful. It simply could not be located, either due to some kind of advanced invisibility shielding, or because the occupants managed to make repairs and vacate the crash site before our arrival. Despite our failure of recovery, the significance of this event cannot be denied. We are not alone. Too true. Project Brainstorm Report. So these people... So, the government knew we were not alone before the war. That's huge! Our flagship project, the Induced Patriotism Initiative, the IPI, has met with resounding success. Our agents have successfully included covert and overt messages of extreme patriotism and loyalty into popular media ranging from the big screen to the Sunday funnies. Increased military enrollment amongst target demographics serves to underline the success. Agent Webb has been particularly effective at influencing the music industry, and he has interesting proposals for the fields of organized sports and even such notoriously difficult markets as comic books and toys. A success in these areas would ensure early education with our message, and thus ensure a more dedicated and devoted nation for us all. Project Brainstorm. Okay. Mission Cloacina. Development of the mutant undermining life form, the Mule, continues apace, and our chief bioengineers are certain that they will be able to perfect these living weapons in time for deployment into Red China. Once covertly released into an enemy's environment, their aggressive qualities, dangerous hunger, and pervasive breeding should severely undermine the infrastructure of the location in short order, softening the target for ground invasion. At this point, the genetic kill switch can be activated, allowing for easy reclamation, not including a significant one-time cleanup effort. Current mule development primarily uses genetic stock of rodents, particularly the common sewer rat, and progress has been significant. FEV testing has been rejected, however, as the results are sterile. Yeah, we know about the sterile FEV stuff from Fallout 1. How about this one? DC area vault listings. Vault 76. Equipment issuances. Oh, this is where we can find it. 500. Whoa. Personnel assignments. Vault 76 is one of our 17 control vaults. Okay, so it was one of the 17 control vaults. It will operate exactly according to the plan dictated in the marketing material produced by Vault Tech and precisely to resident expectations. So of all the vaults, there's 17 control ones. This vault will open automatically after a period of 20 years, and the residents will be pushed back into the open world for study in comparison to the other experiments. Project goals, access restricted. Okay. Vault 87. Equipment issuances. Redacted. Oh! There we go. A Gek in Vault 87. We accidentally stumbled across this. Excellent. File corruption detected. Project goals, access restricted. Vault 92. 245. Oh, it's the sound one. Yeah. 101. Okay. Detected. Error. Personnel assignments. Error. Project goals. Access restricted. Okay. I think it's gonna be the same for all of them, but we might as well check. Okay, we found where the where the Gek is though. 87. So it is main story related. That's why we couldn't get in there yet. Fair enough. Wait, hold up. What? Dr. Albert Laris. This information has been redacted at the request of Dr. Albert Laris of the Psychological Research Department and Chief Overseer of the Vault 106 project. All inquiries into the goals and research methods of Vault 106 should be directed to his office. This information has been redacted. Yeah, okay. Interesting. 108. 475. Geothermal. We're aware that steam whistle is only sufficient to power this project partially. Please do not file any further reports on this issue. It's a weaponry. Triple normal issue. Okay. Right. And then 112. Total duration indefinitely. Oh, yeah. 85 stasis pods, 12 caretaker robots. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is Dr. Braun's vault. Okay. Order requisition forms? No. Vault Tech personnel assignments? No, okay. Alright, well, we got what we needed from it. Very nice. There's one more computer we can still look. Maxson Archive Terminal. Welcome, brother. Maxson Family Dossier. Roger Maxson. Born NA, died 2135. Second in command of the security team stationed at the West Tech Research Facility. Later relocated to the Mariposa Military Base. Assumed command after a nervous breakdown of security team leader Colonel Robert Spindle. Executed scientist after learning of the research into the Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV. Deserted from military just before the war. Maxson ordered the families of all base personnel brought inside the facility, thereby sparing their lives. Led survivors in their exodus to the Lost Hills bunker. Maxson's wife was killed on the journey. At Lost Hills, Roger Maxson formed the Brotherhood of Steel. As the organization's first High Elder, he formed the Orders of Paladins, Knights, and Scribes. Roger Maxson formed the Brotherhood of Steel at Lost Hills. 2135, huh? Maxson II, born in a teenager of unspecified age in 2077. Died 2155. Took over command of the Brotherhood of Steel as High Elder in 2135, when his father, Roger Maxson, died of cancer. In 2155, while hunting down a group of raiders known as the Vipers, Maxson was grazed in the head by an arrow. A deadly viper poison killed him within hours. He was unhelmeted at the time. John Maxson, born 2097, died NA. Son of Maxson II and grandson of Roger Maxson, a gifted soldier, John Maxson was promoted to the rank of Paladin at age 38 in the year 2135. Soon after, he was promoted once more to head Paladin. In 2155, Maxson was promoted to the illustrious position of High Elder, when his father, Maxson II, was killed in glorious battle with the raiders known as Vipers. Records indicate John Maxson had some dealings with a mysterious figure identified only as the Vault Dweller in the year 2162 at the age of 65. Yo! John Maxson, the Vault Dweller. Really? So that's a Brotherhood member you run into in Fallout 1. New entry, Scribe Arthur Maxson. Born 2267. Only son of Jonathan and Jessica, both deceased. Last of the Maxson bloodline. As an infant sent to the Citadel to be fostered by Elder Owen Lyons, the reason for this decision is twofold. Recent internal conflict amongst the Western Brotherhood of Steel created an unsafe environment for the child. It was believed that the Citadel, despite being located in hostile territory, would increase his probability of survival. Elder Lyons at that time was in high favor with the Western Elders and deemed a perfect candidate to provide care and training to the Squire. Recent events have led to a lack of communication with the Western Elders. As a result, Squire Maxson will remain at the Citadel indefinitely. So Scribe Arthur Maxson, born 2067. So he's like 20 in Fallout 4. But in this game, he's like 10 years old. Okay. State of Maxson. The state of Maxson in the New California Republic was built in close proximity to the Lost Hills bunker and enjoyed the protection of Brotherhood of Steel. No additional information is available at this time. Maxson's estate in the New California Republic. Okay. Diary of Roger Maxson, Volume 1. Oh my god, there's so much diary here. I didn't know we were opening such a novel while we were here. October 10th, 2077. I, Roger Maxson, Captain Serial Number 072389, have started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us, and I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The Colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers, and I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, before this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today and demanded that we interrogate them to find out what their orders were. I killed a man today. I was interrogating Chief Scientist Anderson, and he was giving me the full details of their inhuman experiments. He said his orders came from the government, but I didn't buy it. He started screaming about how he was following orders, how he was a military man, and I just shot him. I tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men, but I'm not so sure. I tried again to speak to the Colonel through the door, but he seems to have completely lost touch with reality. I broke down the door with several of the men just in time to watch him blow his head off. Right before he pulled the trigger, he said he was sorry. By killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. The interrogations invariably end up being executions. That's... whoa. Shellman held out the longest, but the end result was the same. Her arguments about her orders were a bit too specific to be completely made up. I'm getting a real bad feeling in my gut about how this is all going to end up. I don't even lie to myself anymore about my reasons for executing the scientists. I finally replied to the outside world over our radio. I don't know why they never sent anyone here to see what was happening when we stopped responding to their transmissions. Doesn't make any sense. Well, they'll come now. I declared ourselves seceded from the Union. They remembered Jefferson Davis. What will history say about me? Volume 2's the war, and afterwards, I guess. What the hell is going on? We declare ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command, and what happens? Nothing. Something bad is coming down. I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. They finally let the A-bombs fly. We were right in the middle of trying to pry the real story out of von Felden when we completely lost contact. I have a feeling the research center was hit hard. I don't know why, just call it a gut feeling. It seems inconceivable that we were not targeted. I'm sure China will make up for that oversight real soon. Luckily, we have moved our families from outside into the facility the day before yesterday. We do not yet know if the fallout has reached this area. Sergeant Plattner volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation has not spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation. But if he had been exposed, he would have had to be exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. The whole story of Roger Maxson being here is pretty nuts. I convinced the men that we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories when the last one was dying. My god, what have I become? The final entry. We're leaving this godforsaken place today. I'm leading the exodus to the old government bunker at Lost Hills. I'm leaving this log behind to be buried when this place goes in the next exchange. Who knows? Maybe someone will find it someday. We did, Roger. We did, Maxson. So 10-year-old Maxson is here? And if it's who I think it is, that is huge. Scribe Jameson.
Welcome.
I don't think I've spoken with Scribe Jameson yet.
Hail, outsider. I am Scribe Jameson. Word of your ordeal has spread. I am truly sorry for the loss of your father. But if I can help you in any way, please let me know.
I have some questions about the Brotherhood. I found a Brotherhood holotag. What should I do with it?
You have? Oh my. This brings to light a sad affair for the Brotherhood, but perhaps it is something that you can assist us with. If you have the time, I have an offer for you.
Okay. Sure, I've got all the time in the world. How about we skip the story and you just tell me what you want? Sure, I've got all the time in the world.
As I'm sure you've noticed, the Brotherhood operates all over the DC ruins.
Yep.
Often detached from the main base here at the Citadel. We're short on communication equipment, so many of the groups in the field operate as independent cells, without standing orders. Sometimes, I'm afraid that their missions end in their deaths. As Keeper of the Scrolls, it's my charge to write of each fallen brother's deeds.
So this is the holotag lady we were supposed to find. And without radio equipment, you can't keep track of them?
Exactly. A brother fallen in the field may have no one to carry word of his death back to me. In calmer times, we could send detachments and messengers to learn their fates. But with our manpower stretched thin, we have no such luxury. Which is why I must now ask you for your help. Each brother wears a holotag like the one you found. Should you find any of the fallen brethren in the field, I ask that you return their tags to me, so that I might record their deeds in the scrolls.
What are the scrolls you mentioned?
Scrolls are kept by the head librarian of each Brotherhood bunker. The scrolls are a record of the Brotherhood itself. Into each scroll is written the name and deeds of each of our brothers. Battles, what technology is recovered, when he was promoted, everything.
Okay.
The last entry for each brother is that brother's death. It is important, as the way a man dies is just as important as the manner in which he lives. And so, each man who nobly serves the Brotherhood ascends into our history, to be remembered by those who come after him.
Okay, where can I find holotags?
They are on our fallen brothers throughout the DC ruins. However, I can't give you a full report on the locations of all of our operations.
Right.
As I said, many of the units in the field operate independently, sometimes not reporting into the Citadel for weeks or months.
Why can't you send your own people to find the holotags? Because they're stretched too thin.
As I told you, with the
Critically short on manpower, yeah. We didn't need to ask that one. What's my reward if I bring you these holotags?
We have access to a great deal of technology, and because of that, there are a number of things that we can continue to produce. I will be able to offer you caps for the tags you bring me, but from time to time, I will be able to give you something a bit more interesting.
Okay. Questions about the Brotherhood?
One of my favorite subjects, of course. What would you like to know?
What does the Brotherhood believe?
We believe in technology, in the triumph of the creations of the ancients over the horrors and evils of the wasteland. We believe in trust. Trust in technology. Trust in our fellow brothers. Trust in our elders. And we believe in victory. Our forces have dwindled, but still we fight on. Super Mutant, Enclave, it matters not. Surrender is not an option.
Right, okay. Who are the members?
Elder Lions leads us. Star Paladin Cross is his seneschal.
Hey!
Sentinel Alliance, the Elder's daughter, commands the Lion's Pride, our elite combat squad. The Paladins lead the Knights. The Knights are the core of the Brotherhood. They scour the waste to eliminate evil and recover technology. Scribe
cool little system they
Rothschild
have.
oversees the scribes in their duties to seek knowledge and restore the technology the Brotherhood has acquired.
It is cool. What about the Brotherhood's history in this area?
We first arrived in the capital wasteland in 2255. In those first couple of years, we discovered the Citadel, Super Mutants, and Project Purity. The Purifier. What an undertaking. The work your father and his team did was amazing. The Brotherhood helped protect them, you know, at least for a little while. But we were stretched thin as it was, even back then. We had to pull our forces out. When we did, the place was overrun.
Yeah.
I imagine that's when your father left. I'm sorry. I wish things had turned out differently.
That's all I need to know.
Very well.
I want to ask about the holotags.
Yes. What about them?
I have a few right here.
Have you? It saddens me to hear of my fallen brethren, but their names and deeds shall be records. Tell me, how many have you found?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take all the holotags I have.
Their names shall be written into the scrolls, to be remembered forever. As for you, here's your reward. Use it well and in good health.
900 battle caps? I had 9, didn't I? 100 caps each. That's a lot. Tell me a little bit about the scribes.
Well, there are a number of orders within the scribes, each dedicated to a specific area of research.
Right, we have heard about that. So the thing is we're getting a little more information every person we talk to here, and the Brotherhood is just such an interesting faction. And you know I love to talk to everybody. What are the orders?
The Order of the Sword is responsible for weapons research and development. Guns, ammunition, anything of an offensive nature. Defensive research is done by the Order of the Shield. Power armor, defensive structures, anything that is intended to protect us. The Order of the Quill preserves the written knowledge of the ancients, seeking out all manner of books and holotapes.
Right. What order are you a part of?
Actually,
the Quill?
I am Proctor of the Order of the Quill.
Proctor
I
even?
oversee
Whoa.
the archives and library here in the Citadel.
All right.
We are dedicated to preserving the history of the Brotherhood, as well as unearthing the secrets of the pre-war civilizations. We have a single field associate, Scribe Yearling. She operates out of the former Library of Congress to the northeast.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Any thoughts on the Enclave?
Quite a few. But most are distinctly unladylike and unworthy of discussion. I will tell you that the Brotherhood has encountered the Enclave before, and their motives were just as sinister then as they are now.
Sinister. I still don't understand what the Enclave, why they're sinister, or who they really are down to their core, other than they pretend to be America and they shoot me on sight. That's really all I got. Care to share anything about the super mutants?
The Brotherhood has been battling super mutants for decades. First out west, then in Chicago, now here. But this group of super mutants is different somehow. Physically, yes, but mentally as well. If we knew where they came from, we'd know why.
They're mentally different. Okay.
I look forward to our next meeting.
Well, there's an explanation for why Fallout 3 super mutants are different than other Fallout super mutants. Citadel Information Terminal? No, we've already read all that. Hospital's that way. Okay. The Solar, I don't think we've been to. We've been to A-Ring. We haven't been to the Great Hall. Or have we? We have been to the Great Hall. That's where Sentinel Alliance people are. Courtyard, the Solar. I don't think we've been to the Solar. Or the hospital, I guess. Whoa. Who's this? Well, there's Squire Maxson right there. Sorry, Maxson. I'm super interested. Beats. Maxson likes the beats. Dire Entry 1. Stupid scribe Rothschild in his stupid lab. All I wanted to do was talk to the robot and see if he'd be my friend. So what if he can't walk? Diary Entry 2. Yesterday, Sarah taught me how to kill a man by stabbing him in the kidneys. I think I'm in love. Story of the Guardians of Gillifrond. Whatever shall we do, Mr. Wallingsworth? Molly asked. Mother will be home shortly, and I've yet to clean my room. Heavens my, heavens me, don't fret, Molly Golly. We'll enlist a little help, that's all. Mr. Wallingsworth then waddled his little teddy bear body into the center of the room and called out in a voice both sweet and strong to those lying dormant on the shelves in the toy box under the bed. Come now, you lot. Molly Golly needs our help, and as we're here guardians, that means we all get cracking. Come on now, shake off those dust bunnies and hop too. There then rose a rustle and rumble from all corners of the room as rocking horse and railway car, bookend and baby doll, toy and game alike all blossomed into impossible life. Mr. Wallingsworth, but I never knew. I thought it was just you. Oh, this is just wonderful, Molly exclaimed. Wonderful? Bah! I was having a nice nap and a nice dream, and now you've gone and woken me up. And for what? Manual labor. That wasn't in the job description, Wallingsworth. This small, squeaky voice, oh, sorry, swell, squeaky, I'll do that next time, of descent belonged to one Mousy McGuire, Molly's favorite stuffed animal, and one of the few companions granted the right to sleep on her bed. Oh, Mousy, you're alive! Molly ran to her bed and embraced the nonplussed plushie, squishing his body in a nearly bursting bear hug. Oh, all right, enough! You're crushing me! Molly released her hold and dropped Mousy back on the bed, feeling at once excited and immensely disappointed that her favorite stuffed toy had just come to life and seemed to be a complete cretin. Now you listen here, McGuire, Wallingsworth said. Being guardians of dear Miss Molly Golly means we protect her in any way we can, even if that means unclogging the potty or taking out the trash or, yes, tidying up her room. And when the crawly creeps come, oh, and they will come, you'll get to do what was in your job description, you mark my words. What, is Mousy McGuire like is he killer of the evil people? I'm sorry. What were the enemy called? He's a killer of the... Oh, God dang it. I'm just trying to skip, but the words take forever to show up. The Crawly Creeps. He kills the Crawly Creeps. Okay. Poem, Song of the Light Man. Tweedle dumpling, tweedle dare. Curse the younglings if you care. For theirs is youth and joy and power. 5 made one in the Light Man's tower. And when they come, these 5 of sun, the Light Man's progeny have won. So sound the trumpets clear and loud, and think beyond the eastern shroud. Sure, Guns and Bullets. Vargas doesn't know I've been reading his copy of Guns and Bullets, and I should probably keep it that way. I mean, it's right there, under his bunk in the den. What did he expect? Good to know. Okay. Talk to me, Maxson.
Hail to you, stranger. I am Squire Maxson, loyal servant of steel. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Honor is all mine, Squire.
Oh, well, thank you. Your words are very kind. Kinder than those I usually hear. Is there something I can help you with?
Aren't you a little young for all this?
Oh, well, you see, I am descended from the great Roger Maxson, founder of our order. I am the last of his line. They say my soul was forged from eternal steel, but I don't believe that. I'm really just a normal boy. I was sent to the Citadel many years ago to be fostered by Elder Lions, but that was before the Western Elders lost faith in the Elder. I really don't know if I'll ever get home, but, well, I kind of like it here. Sentinel Lions has been very kind to me. She's taught me so much.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you're a little in love, too. Wait a second. This bed is the cleanest piece of furniture I have seen in this entire game. Look at that. It's immaculate. Anyway, sorry. That's not important, but it's true. That is like the cleanest piece of furniture I've seen in this whole game. What do you make of the Enclave, Squire?
You're asking me what I think about the Enclave? Well, the Brotherhood of Steel has actually faced the Enclave before. Back west. More than 30 years ago, according to our chronicles. Judging from those records, I say their soldiers are outfitted in advanced power armor Mark II. It's pretty strong. Better than our power armor. And some of their technology is amazing. Vertibirds. Plasma weapons that can turn a man to goo. Does that help?
Sure. I don't suppose you know anything about the super mutants.
Oh, yes. I've studied them quite a bit since I've been here. They're not all the same, you know, besides the regular ones. There are also brutes, and after them, the masters. They're really tough. But the worst of all? The behemoth. He's a giant. I saw one once, outside the Citadel walls. So scary.
No
Super
overlords.
mutants are all over the city ruins. But Elder Lions doesn't actually think they're from there, or we would have found their home by now. It kind of seems like they're looking for something, but we're not really sure what that is.
Okay. They don't actually make you fight, do they?
No. But I could. I know I'm ready. I mean, it would be scary, but it's not fair that I have to sit inside while the knights go on patrol.
I think it is.
I did go out one time, you know. Sarah, Sentinel Lions took me out, just to show me. I killed a super mutant too, I swear. I also sort of shot Sarah, but just a little. It was just a flesh wound.
I wonder if in Fallout 4, Maxson ever... I mean, spoilers for Fallout 4, I guess. Maxson's a character in Fallout 4. That's what I'm spoiling for you here. I wonder if anyone in Fallout 4 ever mentions, like, Maxson killed a super mutant by the age of 10. That would be a reference to this right here. I have to go now.
Speak again soon.
That would be cool. Alright, so I'm... they got a little slow in the middle there, but I'm enjoying it for what it is. We'll talk to Knight Captain Colvin next time. We've run out of time for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, and if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Trenton, I, Dogmeat, and Star Paladin Cross will see you next time.